push through that threshold that they don't think they can get, and then they click in to go, oh my gosh, I got another gear. It's like, it's like that invisible wall. But the whole thing is too, and it comes back to what Terry was saying. It's about the trust. It's the trust and the communication, and that's where it is, and that's what I try to implore. No matter what I'm talking about, I say enjoy my truth. This is the way I see it. You know, I've been blessed that I realize that the ups and downs that I've had and living them so publicly, it's put me in the position now to be able that people say, oh, well, I'm going to listen whether I agree or I don't, but I know that he's genuine. He's not full of shit. If it's coming,
which is huge,
and especially in today's day and age. So I think that I really cherish that. You know what I mean? I know what a responsibility that I have with that, and I embrace that, and that's why I do so many things on, like my guys call me the octopus. And it's just like, which arm are we on today?
Right. Yeah. Well, what we do here, we do Facebook Live a little bit. We answer some questions. We're on Facebook Live right now. So, say hi. Yeah. One of the questions we have is for Darren. Darren, I know you are a UCP alumni. Charity hockey game is coming.
Yeah.
But how many charity games does the DRW schedule?
Yeah, the Red Wing alumni, I think there's probably 15 games throughout the year. I know there's one Sunday in Lansing for the Millers, all 840 Millers that come out of Lansing. But we have one there, but about 15. But yeah, the UCP one is in Orchard Lake. I'm not sure the day, end of the month, I believe. Right. But the Cerebral Palsy and by our buddy Jay Adams.
Right. Yeah. The next question is about Jay Adams, actually.
Oh, is it? Yeah. What? He can't handle my stunner.
Well, he wants to know
how many chairs would it take to knock him down?
If he donates extra, will you cross-check J.R. Adams for us? Our good friend J.R. Adams.
Yeah. You know what? Well, he's my good friend J.R. Adams, and that goes without saying. The first one's free.
Nah.
The first one's free, just for you.
We're getting you on here pretty soon, Jay. So.
Just before we go on, it's funny because when I was doing a local show, probably like for DBA Insane Championship Wrestling, XICW, Jay would always walk in with his wife, and for whatever reason, I never had a shirt on, and I'd always give her a shirtless hat. It just happened to work, so it just became a gimmick, right? Yeah. So she's like, "You always have your shirt off, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's weird." So there's a couple times when she walked in, I just took my shirt off. But yeah, she's a great girl, and I always tell her, "That's funny. Man, Jay really lucked out when he met you, or did you just lose a bet?" Right?
Yeah. The next question is also from Patrick Mendez. It's for Rhino. IWR, Insane Wrestling Revolution 1, DTA attacks Rhino. Insane Wrestling Revolution 2, Madman Fulton attacks Rhino. Why is everyone attacking Rhino? I feel bad for him. I don't know. Am I right?
That's why I gotta ask Todd to show me how to run, because I'm not really good at running. And I gotta ask Darren if he can have my back.
I got your back, bro. I'm all ready.
There you go. Because if that doesn't work out, which I'm sure it will, I at least know how to run. Or I'll just run and say, Darren, take care.
Yeah, you need some backup.
Right. Especially coming up on April 23rd, Madman Fulton, and they're part of the OVE. Yeah. They travel in packs, so we'll figure something out.
Well, maybe Darren.
Don't put them on the spot. We got a sweet talk, and we got to get these guys.
There's no sweet talk. My boy needs me. I'm back. I'm like Benjamin Button. About 4 or 5 years ago, you'd want some of this. Right now, boys, I don't think you do, but we'll see. Just remember, I'm no Paul Hyman. I have the mouth, and I will talk about my boy in that way when he's going to run all over you. But there'll be no sneak attacks. They won't be anything like that. We're going to keep it fair and square so my boy can flex all over your punk ass.
I think he does better promos than you.
I know, he does.
My goodness.
Where were you about 15 years ago? I needed you.
Better late than ever, bro.
Exactly.
Late than ever.
Exactly.
Mark Bradley wants to know, can you ask Darren who his favorite Red Wing was to play with?
That's a great question. Just as far as how much fun we had. And I'm going to say, and I'm only going to say this, because he's the prankster, the jokester, and you always had to be on your guard. But Chris Osgood could be one of the funniest people. And the best is, I'll tell you this, Kevin Hodgson. We called him Ticker. He was our backup goalie, 96, 7, 8. Scotty knew he was so important in the dressing room because he could make everybody laugh. In fact, have you ever had, I don't know if I can say this or not, but he used to have this little gimmick on the road. It'd be called the turd burglar, right? Where you go and drop a dump in the bathroom before anybody got there in the morning. And then when guys would go in and you'd open up, you go, come on, man. And then he'd come out in his mask and he'd go, you meant turd burglar. Bam, and he'd run away. So Kevin Hodgson, Ticker, and we called him Ticker because his heart rate went to like, he was in net the one time and he had to come out because his heart rate went to like 240 or something. He had an arrhythmia. So from then on, you know, hockey guys, you know, we're sensitive, so we called him Ticker.
Right. There's only a couple more questions here. Can we see either of these three gentlemen coming up at the 2020 Monroe Pop Fest? We know that.
When's the date?
September 19th.
Well, you know what? That's a lot. That's a ways out, but I'm gonna play. I'm gonna try to plan on it, seeing as that, you know, one of my arms is So I wrote a book in 2012, My Last Fight: True Story of a Hockey Rock Star, and Mess Bucket Comics and our buddy Dom Ruggiero has not only we're taking that. It'll be out at the end of the year, but 150-page graphic novel. That Billy Tucci.
Billy Tucci's amazing.
He's awesome.
Billy's awesome.
Islander fan.
Yeah.
Islanders. I love the Islanders.
We'll
better.
We'll overlook that because he's an awesome
He is.
guy.
But then also too Donnybrook. So there's a comic book on hockey and minor league hockey, and I'm like the executive producer with some of the stories. You know, some of the stories that I can't really tell that are allegedly true, but maybe not.
Right.
They're in this comic book, and the best part is. He started the Michigan Massacre as the first team. So in the second book, which is coming out in the next week or so, I created a team called the Burnaby Blazers. I'm from Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. That's where I was born, even though I grew up across the border. So the Burnaby Blazers are a whole bunch of pot-smoking lumberjacks from Burnaby that are going to come down and wreak havoc. Brandon Inge, former third baseman for the Tigers. He has the Lynchburg Moonshiners. Nice. Brian O'Halloran, who played Dante and Clerks.
He has a team, doesn't
he? The Hell's Kitchen Heathens. Yeah. Roddy Piper's estate has the Kilted Avengers.
Nice.
So there's a lot of talk. So there's a lot of great stuff coming on. But definitely, unless I'm out of the country or unless I'm, hitting guys with chairs because Rhino's wrestling, we'll be there.
Sounds good. All right, last question. Does Darren still play darts? Christopher Hampton wants to know if you still play darts.
I quit drinking, and that ended my dart career.
And there you have it. All right, thanks for.
But I have a fourth in states.
Really?
In doubles.
Nice.
You got a book coming out too, don't you?
Yeah. Well.
All right, make sure you subscribe, guys. See ya.